Between management and employees. Managers are clearly the most important, right? In a lean organization, people goes beyond just employees and managers, and although a hierarchy. Welcome to Chapter 3. A company consists of many people, but can you identify all the types of people? And what about the divisions between management and employees? Managers are clearly the most important, right? In a lean organization, people goes beyond just employees and managers, and although a hierarchy still exists for oversight, a manager's primary role is to give a floor worker the support, resources, training, and respect required to make his job effective and enjoyable. At the end of this chapter, you and Tom will be able to understand the need to develop, trust, and respect the people associated with your company. Define who your company's people really are. Identify the most effective types of leadership in a lean company. Identify the benefits of having trained and trusted employee teams. Understand the roles of lean team members. Explain what it means to be a partner of a lean company. And understand the requirements in the lean company-partner relationship. Ready to test your skills? Click the test button to take the test at any time. From the planting of a new leadership philosophy and the gaining of company buy-in grows the need to educate and respect the people associated with your company. The lean way is to add value to your organization by developing these people to help them become the trunk of the lean tree where they can connect the leadership philosophy to the methods of lean.
No problems there. Our HR department has leadership training classes for all new supervisors.
It takes more than a training class to develop an effective lean workforce. It requires a whole new way of thinking and interacting. And you have to develop all your people, not just supervisors. All managers, employees, and partners must form a collaborative link. People principles in the lean way. A company's people oversee, carry out, and extend the value-added work done by the organization. Leaders can get their people's respect and best effort through a lean system of support, empowerment, and trust. Here you can see the principles that support this new way of thinking about the people within a company's scope.
The way I see it, this lean stuff either has the inmates running the asylum or it eliminates the need for people altogether. I don't want operators running the show or out on the street.
Of course not, Tom. A lean organization relies on collaboration, where each voice is as important as the next. Leaders have direct contact with teams, and teams have a line of communication with leaders. This approach does present some challenges, but overcoming them will help you solve many of the problems that come with traditional production systems. For lean production to work, each area of the company must be pulling on the same side. It's normal for some individuals or areas to embrace lean sooner than others. You must get to the root of why people cling to wasteful habits like hoarding inventory and hiding problems, and change this behavior. Lean thinking does not call for the elimination of manpower. It calls for the elimination of wasteful or non-value-adding work. If an employee is performing an unnecessary job, his lean company will simply put him in a more useful situation. Besides, you can't beat waste if you don't have all your team members. So when people are unified on the same lean side of the battle and work is reorganized to eliminate unnecessary tasks and better utilize employees, your company is set to win the fight against its competitors, and that definitely aids in overall job security. Now, because you seem to be most concerned with a manager's role, let's go inside and talk about it. In a lean production system, a manager understands and can perform the work of his or her employees. In this way, the leader is the best teacher of the company's lean philosophy, ready to step in to help or mentor at any moment. This leader observes the work being done on the floor to ensure that standards are followed, smooth production is maintained, and voices are heard.
Trust me, Frank. I know every job on the floor.
And how long have you been at Handle Vision?
Decades now. I've held most every job you can swing a hammer at.
Exactly. You've grown in the company, so you live its philosophy, understand its work, and can teach it to others. All the makings of a lean manager. In contrast, when a company buys its leaders out of house, it could get experts with no connection to the floor. They may not understand common problems, share the same company culture, or provide an influential voice for the worker. And when a new leader can't deliver quick results, yet another is brought in. With every change in management comes a drastic change in company direction, with a focus on short-term profits. Employee morale suffers and long-term growth is stifled. In contrast, hiring new leaders with experience working in a lean culture can drive change in a company that's become too set in its ways.
If I know one thing, it's that just because someone has experience doesn't mean he's a good leader. And we all have our own management styles. How can I be too set in my ways if I'm leading the right way?
Sure. Leaders with experience working in a lean culture can drive change in a company that's become too set in its ways.
If I know one thing, it's that just because someone has experience doesn't mean he's a good leader. And we all have our own management styles. How can I be too set in my ways if I'm leading the right way?
Sure, we all have our own personalities, but a lean leader can adapt his leadership style to specific situations while always making decisions with the company culture in mind.
Oh, gotcha. I can motivate some of my people by giving them a pep talk, but I have to get stern with some folks just to get them to follow basic rules.
A lean manager doesn't focus solely on accomplishing tasks or keeping production online, nor does he bring only people skills to the table. A good leader must adapt to any situation, and over the long run, managers may need to adopt any one of the following styles: bureaucrat, facilitator, micromanager, or builder. The lean goal is to have builders creating a learning organization. Leading to the finish line instructions. Even for an organization striving to be lean, a collaborative and observational leadership style isn't effective in every situation. For each scenario, click the type of management style best suited to lead the team. Choose right, and your pick will move the farthest. Choose wrong, and you'll see which leaders move the closest to the finish line, where potential customers are waiting. To review the characteristics of each type of leader, just click the View Styles button. Close the feedback box to advance to the next scenario. Scenario 1. You're in a fledgling company that's just jumping off the ground. You have a small number of new employees with an array of different backgrounds and personalities. To achieve quick results, what type of leader should you choose? Yes, a bureaucratic leader would make quick decisions, force everyone to follow the SOPs, and focus on targets and numbers. Scenario 2. The economy has taken a turn for the worse, and the company hasn't reserved capital to weather the downturn. What type of leader is best suited to get the company through these tough times? Yes, this leader has the ability to cut costs through a focus on the company's vision and specific targets. He can motivate through competition and threats and has no trouble making tough personnel decisions. However, the loss of talent, morale, and trust may hurt performance for years. Scenario 3. As part of its effort to implement lean practices, your company wants to develop, improve interdepartmental cooperation by breaking down the silos that exist. What type of leader is best suited for this initiative? Yes, the facilitator will open the lines of communication between departments and create a sharing and collaborative environment. Scenario 4. To facilitate upcoming Kaizen events, you need to form teams to suggest and implement breakthrough changes to product style. What type of leader should oversee this Kaizen project? Yes, the facilitator breeds an environment of creativity and innovation. He generates and uses employee suggestions and values the decisions made by teams. Scenario 5. Your company has taken to heart the Lean Way message, and your executives are intent on adopting an atmosphere of trust and confidence throughout the organization. What type of leader best fits into this culture? Yes, the trust is mutual with a builder. She trusts and empowers her employees with their work and improvement activities, and they trust her due to her knowledge of the business and care for their work. Scenario 6. Because of the Lean Way practices of spreading around responsibilities, grouping people into teams, and having employees take part in various improvement initiatives, you need managers with good project management skills. What type of leader should you choose? No, the facilitator doesn't have a good grasp of company measurables and targets or a well-rounded knowledge of the technical details of most company areas. Scenario 7. The Lean Way calls for a focus on long-term results. What type of leader will be able to put aside the obsession with short-term profit and withstand the problems that initially show up when implementing Lean? No, the bureaucrat's focus is solely on measurable short-term targets and immediate results. If problems quickly arise, the system must be broken. Activity complete. Congratulations, you have completed the race. In the end, you see that the building manager is the best type of leader over the long run. Although the ultimate goal is to need only building managers, you can see that certain situations call for adjustments. Feel free to replay the activity to improve your performance or proceed to the next page to continue your Lean journey. Managers of learning organizations should strive to create an environment of collaboration. After Lean breaks down the silos of a traditional company, people are forced to work together and communicate to flow product and ensure quality. Teams are counted on to not only make the product, but to lead improvement events, reflection events, and policy deployment. However, as in any sports team, you must have talented individuals. Building managers should train individuals to work within the philosophy of the company. With a trained and trusted employee, a manager can be comfortable with line stops, employee-led Kaizen events, and employee-written standards.
But what if you don't have a team of superstars or time to train on the job?
I'd say you don't have time not to train. Time spent training saves more time later in rework. Plus, it helps to hire only people who fit your Lean culture. Benefits flow. Let's step into the mind of a football coach to see the benefits of developing exceptional people so you can let go of your micromanaging ways. Having talented team members working together under the same Lean principles is the only way for an organization to achieve just-in-time flow and quality at the source. Every individual must do his job for the flow to succeed, exactly like a running play in football. If one person misses a block or a defect or takes a wrong step, the entire play loses value. Every employee must accept responsibility for productivity. Benefits: problem solving. Those relied upon to do the actual work are best suited to run the problem-solving events that occur on the floor. Coaching from management is available when necessary, but workers must be key resources for continuous improvement. Think of the team running an offense without huddling. It must solve problems on the fly as the actual work is done, based on the unique situation. During a line stop, a team huddles, takes quick, temporary action, and notes data, facts for potential Kaizen. Benefits: empowerment. Talented individuals, both hired on and developed over time, allow managers to show trust, which leads to employee empowerment. Empowered workers have the authority and support to act within the company's policies and procedures. In turn, these employees are motivated to help the team succeed, both internally and externally. On the football field, the quarterback is generally very talented. An empowering coach will allow a non-rookie quarterback to change plays and make important decisions. Benefits: support. The lean way is the opposite of traditional top-down leadership. In a lean system, managers are there to support the employees who do the value-adding work, not the other way around. Likewise, executives support the managers, and all are working to support the customer. This style also applies to a well-run football team. The owner supports the coach, who supports the players who serve the fans.
So in lean, teams do a lot of work. Who should be on these teams?
Depends on the type of team. A Kaizen team consists of a cross-functional group of people. A cellular team may work only in one station, but the most effective are the teams on the floor organized around a whole value stream. Let's interact with this flowchart to see the roles of each of these team players. Group Leader, GL. Act as a first-line supervisor. Lead a number of groups, 3 to 5 teams, managed by TLs. Take action if a line goes down for more than a few seconds. Manage resources. Help create monthly production plans. Heijunka. Confirm TL quality checks. Conduct process trials after a process change. Train TMs for continuous development. Track daily production results. Cover TL absenteeism. Periodically observe, audit workers to ensure that they're following standardized work. Team Leader, TL. Manage line startup and control. Ensure that the line meets production goals. Respond to alarms and line stoppages when abnormalities arise. When the work stops, the TL assesses the situation. If it isn't within his skill level to resolve, the TL calls the GL. Confirm quality, safety, and TPM checks. Cover absenteeism. Conduct training with TMs. Ensure that standardized work is followed and up to date. Facilitate group activities. Ensure that parts are supplied to processes. Team Member, TM. Empowered to have a voice in improvements. Maintain 5S in the work area. Support problem-solving group activities. Required to work according to standards. Only empowered to change standards as a team. Not empowered to do the job any way they want. Every TM must stop work when unable to follow standardized work for some reason. Respect for people shouldn't stop at the walls of the company. In the lean way, people also includes partners, such as suppliers and customers. You can have talented teams working together in a supportive lean environment, but if you don't extend the lean concepts to your partners, you're simply creating traffic jams and waste at both shipping and receiving. Treating partners as an extension of our business is integral to achieving the goals of LPS. Creating flow, leveling production schedules, incorporating Kanban. All these concepts require cooperation between those who supply parts, make products, and receive products.
Just like us, Frank. Our mood cups will take the industry by storm.
Yes, as long as our companies are growing and learning together in order to create an extended lean enterprise. When bringing on a partner company, a lean organization considers the company's management style, level of documentation from procedures to records, interview responses from executives, and interview responses from employees.
Glad to see HandleVision made the cut.
Yes, you're becoming part of the family, and once you're in as a lean supplier, you're always in. You won't get whacked simply for lower prices, only for neglect, lack of cooperation, or some other grave error. A lean environment is bureaucratic with its standards and expectations, but we're enabling instead of coercive. It's a culture of rewarding and collaborative problem solving, not blaming and punishing. Yes, you're becoming part of the family, and once you're in as a lean supplier, you're always in. Respect is also a big part of this relationship, and the ultimate sign of respect to a lean partner is to set challenging goals. We at Cupco demand excellence in cost, quality, delivery, and estimating, and in turn, we do all we can to help our partners succeed.
Is that what's going on in this schedule?
Yes, in 5 months, we've helped a supplier reorganize cell layout and reduce machine changeover time. But keep in mind that you're seeing an advanced lean state. At first, the extended lean enterprise should progress slowly. If your company feels that a supplier may be a good fit, you award 1 or 2 low-risk parts. Any growth in the relationship will rely on the supplier's performance. Over time, targets will become more aggressive. The flow will speed up as the trust builds.
So you're telling me we just have to earn?
Now you're catching on. However, a trusting partnership can go too far. You have to protect your company against partner failure. Job 1 is to choose partners carefully. However, what if a partner's process breaks down? What if you have only one supplier for the part?
Now you need inventory.
Perhaps, but only a small amount. The lean way is to have an emergency plan in place, possibly with another supplier that can make the parts.
But what if there's only one? Mood handles, only at Handle Vision.
A good option is to have multiple suppliers competing for one type of commodity. Hire one supplier for one model, but always keep it open for competition, perhaps with another supplier for a closely related model. An even better option is to develop technology yourself.
No worries there. Nobody can do it better than us.
Yes, of course, but not for long if you don't protect yourself. Congratulations, you have completed Chapter 3. You should now have a good understanding of the need to develop, trust, and respect the people associated with your company, who your company's people really are, the most effective types of leadership in a lean company, the benefits of having trained and trusted employee teams, the roles of lean team members, what it means to be a partner of a lean company, and the requirements in the lean company partner relationship. Where would you like to go now? If you have not completed the chapter test or wish to take it again, please click the test button.